try this, D. Let's see what's gonna happen, man. Today is the 4th of July, but well, happy 4th to you guys. I'm not gonna go there. I'm gonna stay positive. I might not have ate no ribs or cooked nothing, but I'm gonna stay positive for y'all. What's up, D?
Man, it's Sunday, man. My wife spoke today of a good word, and I'm just sitting down, just hanging for the day. My brother got a feast going though. You know, he cooked for everything. He cooked just cause it's Thursday. So he already called me, so I'm going over there to hit that up as soon as we get off.
Oh Lord, send a plate my way.
I'm sending a picture of the plate.
No, I need the plate. I feel that. I'm waiting on my plate to get here from my girl's sister's house, and then maybe I'll be able to eat a little something. But anyway, somebody has to win. The NBA Finals has been set. We got the Suns and the Bucks, and he's clapping.
I'm so excited. I'm excited, man. It's refreshing to see some new blood in the finals, man. Plus, I'm really pulling for Chris Paul. I think I'm not the huge Chris Paul fan, but I'm pulling for Chris Paul. I was kind of upset that Nate McMillan got knocked out. I really wanted them to make it, and I think if Trey hadn't stepped on the real foot, I think they had a legit shot. I wanted to see that all-black head coach NBA Finals. I really did.
Okay, I can flow with you on that if that's what you wanted, but
yeah,
I'm not. I mean, I respect Chris Paul. I showed that respect to him earlier in the week when he made it, but I'm not a fan of Chris Paul whatsoever. I think Chris Paul is dirty. I think he is dirty.
Of course. Yeah. I'm not mad at that at all, though. You know what I mean? You that small, you got to do something. I mean, you know what I mean? Don't get me wrong, bro. He my height. You know what I mean? He's 6'1". He my height. So, you know what I mean? You got to get it how you live. You can't be soft out there.
That ain't the problem, bro. The hitting the dude in the gonads, bro, just don't work for me.
Hey, man, look. I ain't got no comment on that one.
Okay,
I'd rather play against him than play against Pat Bell. Me and Pat Bell have to throw them hands.
Hey, let me ask you this, though. Pat Bell puts that boy in the back. Should Chris Paul had reacted better, much differently than just cheering that the boy got thrown out the game. You know what I'm saying? That should have been a knuckle up situation, in my opinion.
Nah, Chris Paul shouldn't have hit him. That dude, the white dude with the beard that we never saw on the floor, that was standing right in front of him, that is glued to the bench. Oh, he should have knocked him out. You got to defend your teammate, bro. You can't let the man do that. What if he push him down and he messed his shoulder up again, the same shoulder that just kept him out? You know what I mean? You can't do that. Somebody on the bench got to be a UD.
Yeah,
you got to take that one for the team, bro. You got to have somebody. You know what I mean? Don't get me wrong. I'm not condoning violence. I don't want nobody to say the preacher condoning violence. I'm not saying that. This is a team sport. You protect your guy. You protect your guy, man. Somebody got to at least push him down or do something, man. But y'all, they just watched.
I'm not no preacher, and I'm condoning violence. Somebody supposed to lay him out.
Somebody supposed to put hands on him, man. Somebody supposed to do something to you. Because
you know what I mean.
To me, it was uncalled for. This the same dude that's been barking at everybody the whole playoff, and
everybody.
Nobody even know what he said. To this day, nobody can tell you what Chris Paul said.
He can't even tell nobody what Chris Paul said. Because, that's the thing that's bad about it.
Like you know, nobody even know what he said. Whatever he said, it couldn't have been enough for you to be that mad. You lost. You put 41 on your head.
That's
on
it.
You.
That's it.
All defense. That's him. All defense. That's him. I want to cut his dreads off. I want to just go weed whack around. Get your butt somewhere and sit down.
So the NBA disciplinary committee showed how much they care about Chris Paul. That boy got a one-game suspension.
One. If he had to push LeBron down like that, bro, he'd be gone for half the year.
I totally agree.
Come on, man. He was inciting a riot.
He was definitely inciting something, but I'll tell you, I don't get the one-game suspension. I thought it should have been at least 10 because he could have hurt him. That could have been an injury. And I'm not a Chris Paul fan, but I think pushing the cat in the back.
And he has no way to brace himself, and he ain't give him like a little pat shove. Like he tried to. It's like he tried to push his spirit out of his body. I'm gonna see what your afterlife gonna look like today. Just
that's how
that was a sucker move, man. You know, in the hood.
You supposed to get him. You supposed to touch him.
You got to feed you them knuckles, but I get it. Chris Paul was like, "Hey, man, he out of here. I ain't got to see you tomorrow." Go on and go home.
Too. So, that's true too, but still, bro, that's just I don't know, man. That's a sucker move. It don't work for me. And I really didn't like Pat Bev to begin with, although he did start off in the Miami Heat camp. I remember him, dude, man. I remember that dude in summer league. He was a dog then, so was Gary Templeton and somebody else that was in that summer league. But I mean, I got to give him props because he made his way onto an NBA roster. But the things that he's done since he's been on that roster and he's got the notoriety for his defense has been just absolutely stupid.
To me, it's antics. That ain't defense. Think about it. That man almost ended Russell Westbrook's career on a play that nobody else would have made.
Russell Westbrook.
The man was calling timeout, bro. Yeah. You rushed the ball and ripped this man needed shreds.
Yeah, he's supposed to be still looking for Pat Beverly. He's supposed to run into Pat Beverly every time he see him, and I mean intentionally with full force.
I agree with Devin Booker. He just fouled a lot, and they let him get away with it. Like he fouls a ton. He headbutted Devin Booker
on purpose.
Yeah. I mean, people like, I don't think that was purposely. Man, listen, I played a lot of defense, bro. I have never reached in and hit a dude face to face.
Yeah, because you never tried to reach in with your head, your forehead. Yeah, you reach in with your hands.
Yeah, you going to smash the dude face in. Just so happen you got cut too. Get up to him. I'm bleeding too. I bet you will. You lucky you dead.
I told you. That's crazy. Pat Beverly is just one of them dudes, man. And I heard one of the analysts say he's one of the guys you love to have on your team, but you hate to play against him. I wouldn't want him on my team either.
I don't want to play with you. Yeah. Now, that means I got to practice against you. We're going to fight every day.
I'm pretty sure.
Every day we're going to be fighting. He's like, hey, put him and Derek on the same team. Because if you don't, we ain't going to never finish practice. That's how it is. You gonna never finish practice.
It will be no way we finish in practice with that cat out there on the floor.
Yeah, it'll be Gilbert Arenas and Javaris Crittenton all over again. Man, y'all pop guns in the locker room, and I'm gonna bust this dude in the head if he fire me one more again, one more time.
I don't get that. That's the story that's still kind of baffling. I don't know the background, but Gilbert Arenas he's like, look, I came in because nobody was talking. I had to, do what I needed to do.
Hey, Javaris Crittenton wasn't playing. Hey, didn't he get charged with murder? Like, he got charged with something in Atlanta like years later.
He sure did.
You know what I mean? So apparently he wasn't one of them dudes who just talk a lot. He meant what he said.
And apparently Gilbert Arenas knew that. That's why he showed up with his. So he knew what time was. He knew that buddy was about that life, I guess. Well, he showed he was anyway. So that is what it is. But what your boys who's gonna win this finals in your opinion, the Bucks or the Suns?
I'm rolling with the Suns, man. I think the Suns they're more versatile on offense, and I think they're more consistent on defense. Mm-hmm. And I think they have an identifiable style in the way that they play. They move the ball. You know what I mean? It stick to Chris Paul sometime, but for the most part, it's hopping around all the time with Milwaukee. Milwaukee have spells where you like they're not even the best team in their division sometimes. Like you watch them play sometimes, they have Josh. It'd be like, gosh, this is bad basketball. And then, you know what I mean, sometimes, like even though they won the series, you know what I mean, it wasn't beautiful basketball. Middleton just went in fuego, you know what I mean? Like he had a stretch where he couldn't miss. And they played real bad defense because they kept going under the screens. I really don't know what they was thinking about, but you know what I mean? That kind of iced the game away, but for the most part, offensively, it's like they struggle to get points. And one thing Phoenix don't struggle with is to score. Like Phoenix can score a lot. And even if Giannis plays, I don't think, even if he can make it back, he's not going to be Giannis. Like he'll be a body on the court. You'll give him the respect that he deserves. But, you know what I mean? Like, he's not going to be blowing by people with that kind of leg injury this late in the postseason. And
not with a high-percentage knee.
Yeah, you're not going to have the proper lift, and you can't shoot. So, you know what I mean? You don't play with your back to the basket. So even if they put Brook in the paint, you can't stick Giannis out by one of the lines. What are you going to do? He's just going to stand there. So
yeah, that's it. He's going to be they're going to reverse roles. He'll be Brook Lopez.
Yeah, so to me, you know what I mean? That the Giannis injury, to me, I don't care what Chris Middleton do. Like, you're not going to outscore Devin Booker. I just don't see that happening. Like,
not straight up.
You're not going to outscore Devin Booker. Your point guard versus CP3. I like Drew Holiday.
I don't know, bro. Be careful what you get ready to say now.
No. Listen, hear me out. I like Drew Holiday. I think Drew Holiday is an absolute dog. But the way that Chris Paul can manipulate the officials, it's gonna make it extremely hard for Drew Holiday because of the dive option and the amount of 3-point shooters that can really hurt you that he got. You know what I mean? Like, it's hard to double. It's hard to trap him in the middle of the floor and not pay dearly for it when you play against them, because you know what I mean, bridges get hot. Booker is Booker. You know what I mean? Jay Crowder left Miami and remember how to shoot again. Payne is, you know what I mean? I think they got a lot more weapons. They got a lot more bullets in the gun in Milwaukee, if you ask me.
How many games?
I'll give it 6. I'll give it 6. Really, it depends on how game 1 go. If they smoke Milwaukee in game 1, it might go 5, but I'll give it a max of 6. It's not gonna go 7.
That's my debate, whether I'm gonna make the prop bet for 6 or 7. I'm not really picking a team. I just want to know how. I just want to just bet how many games.
I think it's going 6 is the max to me. I think I can see it going only 5. But I don't think Milwaukee got a shot. I don't.
I'm struggling between 6 and 7. That's why I'm struggling between 6 and 7 games. I don't know who's gonna win this, because to me, I see it a little different. I think they're evenly matched. I think they're both.
With a healthy Giannis, I would agree with you. Without a healthy Giannis, that's not an even matchup, because I don't care what Brook Lopez did against Atlanta. Atlanta don't have no DeAndre Ayton. They don't.
I agree with that.
And Capella is not an offensive threat whatsoever. Ayton has shown me a lot in the playoffs as far as, you know what I mean? Like, you can see the signs of his game starting to round out.
He can dunk. No.
He's had some games where he's had, you know what I mean, he had the little 15-footer running, you know what I mean, a couple of games. I like it. I like his activity and his dive out. His rebounding is better than, you know what I mean, I think I gave him credit for, because I didn't watch him a lot during the year. So, you know what I mean, I ain't really get to see him like that. Plus, I like the way that they play defense. They play defense like a gang. You know what I mean, they move fast. They don't really make a ton of mistakes. You know what I mean? Even playing the Clippers were just making shots. You know what I mean? Reggie Jackson was playing out of his mind. Pretty much the last 2 series.
But let me be real with the Suns. If LeBron and AD is healthy, they're swept. Point blank period.
Yeah, I agree. I ain't gonna say that. I ain't gonna say they swept.
But they don't win.
I did have the conversation with my own self that that's a hard mug to knock out a beat 4 times when he's at full strength. I would definitely say that. But to me, I'm glad he got knocked out early. It gave it more intrigue. It made it something that you wanted to watch to see what was gonna happen, instead of knowing, okay, if this dude healthy, they gonna win. Like that. It get kind of boring after a while. Not to take the man for granted, but it does.
It wouldn't have been boring. I don't think it would have been boring this year if I'd have got a Kawhi LeBron conference finals matchup.
Lovely.
And then if I would have gotten a KD LeBron finals, it wouldn't have been boring to me. I want to know which one of those 3 cats is the best player in the world. In this matchup, there's no conversation of who's the best player in the world. This is just sentimental. This is why you're interested, because you're interested in the sentiment. You're interested. Okay, you're interested that Chris Paul may win his first. Monty Williams, after the tragic accident with his family, he'll get that opportunity to win his first as a coach. And then you're looking over at Coach Bud, who's been blamed for everything except for Giannis making a free throw. God only knows what else they're going to blame him for. So you're looking at another sympathetic figure that you might want to see win. You want to see Giannis win, because that may help him speak English a little better and y'all can understand him a lot better. And then you root for Drew Holiday. So I get every sentiment that you guys want to watch this. It has no interest for me, but simple fact is the prop bet says, is it going to be 6 or 7 games? Either team. I love that type of prop bet. Thank you, Vegas Sportsbook, for doing that for me, because I don't know who's going to win. They both, to me, are teams that I think if they run against teams that are healthy, they're not there. Because if KD, Harden, and Kyrie are there, it's a wrap. They get rid of Milwaukee real easy. So I don't know what to say. But it is what it is, too. That is what it is. You play with the hand you dealt. But it's kind of hard for a guy like me to say, man, I was looking forward to KD versus LeBron in the finals, and I got Chris Paul versus Drew Holiday.
Hey man, I'm good with that though. I am.
Okay.
I'm an underdog rooter. That's just me.
Okay.
But let me ask you a question.
Okay.
Did Brooklyn lose because their guys were hurt, or did they lose because Steve Nash didn't adjust in the last overtime?
Who's adjusting? What's the adjustment? Get the ball to KD and get out the way.
Nah, listen. Just you gotta. I want you to hear me out on this one.
Please help me.
KD played all the minutes, right?
Okay.
He played all the minutes. There's no way that you put the pressure of creating a shot with a PJ Tucker or Drew Holiday or whoever is on him with no secondary option for listen, because they were only down 2. They went down 3.
Right.
They went down 2, and at one position, I think they were down 1.
Right.
And somebody got fouled and missed one of the free throws or something.
Right.
But okay, so if I'm a NBA level head coach, I'm just a dude at the Rick. I'm just put it that way. I'm a dude at the Rick. Okay. I'm not ISOing you out top, and we only down 2. And I know they're gonna have to double you if I give you anybody to play pick and roll out top, which would mean somebody gonna be open, just hanging out somewhere. Now everybody might be like, "Oh, he got to take that last shot." Says who? I get confused when people say that. This is the only reason why I say that. You gotta let me explain this one.
Okay.
Every chip that Mike won that came down to the wire. Somebody else made one of the shots where Mike got a double and he made the correct pass to a dude who was in the game to do what he was supposed to do. Okay, now you got what's the cat name? Joe Harris. Yeah, Joe Harris.
Who had a horrible series.
Yeah, I don't care. You had Joe Harris. Okay. You had Jeff Green. You had what I'm saying is you're only down 2 in regulation with time.
Right.
Okay, you got lucky because the shot that KD hit going into overtime was just a lucky shot. I don't give a damn what nobody say. That was just a lucky shot. I don't even think he saw the rim.
If it was luck, but if his feet were half a size smaller, it'd have been 3.
Yeah, they win. But what I'm saying, it was a lucky shot. To me, the fact that you kept doing that after he had played all the minutes, to me, that's why they lost. I don't think they lost because Milwaukee was better. I just think he didn't find a way to make that part of the game a tad easier. Even if you don't get him off the ball, give somebody else the ball and let him find his space.
He gave to James Harden.
No. That's fat James Harden.
That's torn. That's playing with a torn hamstring or strained hamstring, James Harden.
So that to me, that he shouldn't be on the floor. I'm sorry, I don't care.
That tells you everything you need to know. How much confidence they had in everybody else. Mike James, Tyler Johnson. Hey, the fact that dude had to be limping. He should have had a wheelchair. It was so bad. I mean,
but I don't think it was that he just needed to play the will. Because listen, they won games without him. Mike James actually played well
with Kyrie.
For him,
with Kyrie, just the playoffs, baby. It's the playoffs. Hey, listen, I can't win with Mike James or Tyler Johnson. I'm sorry, I can't.
What I'm saying is, I think if you don't have to use them the whole game. I think he could have done a better job of finding ways. Okay, I'm gonna give you a good example. Kobe used to do this when Kobe had Powell. I remember watching an NBA Finals game. I think it was Game 7. Kobe had played the whole first half. They came out the third quarter. I remember watching Kobe be like, "Go to Powell," and he drop the ball and go to the other side of the court and just stand there with his hands on his knees. And if the ball happened to make it back over there, cool. That's how you steal minutes during the game. I felt like KD had to be in engaged mode all game. This just me talking about why.
You're right. You're right. He had to be, but I'm trying to figure out who's his Pau Gasol.
Hey man, no. Listen, even if you don't score, because every time he had the ball, he was playing so much. It wasn't like he was just getting buckets all the time, because he had a long dry spell between the third and like 5 minutes left in the fourth quarter. He couldn't buy a shot because he didn't have no legs. That's when you have to find a way to steal minutes with him on the court.
Well, his problem was he was fighting with a guy who outweighed him by about 60 pounds. That's a hard battle to fight. I don't care how much taller you are than that guy. If you're trying to battle with that guy, and then the other thing, when you are driving on this dude, he's grabbing you. He's
banging you.
Yeah, it just took a lot of weight. It took a lot out of him.
But that's my point. He was having to drive the ball to get everything instead of him just kind of running free. You know, you get what I'm saying? Like you gotta figure out ways to help him not expend so much energy. Because I can guarantee you by this time next year, even if Kyrie and James Harden are playing or whatever, I can guarantee you next year, KD is going to have a lot more chances to shoot with nobody hanging on him because he's going to make that adjustment. He's going to go back and see the same thing I'm saying right now. I don't even know Steve now. He never had a conversation with him, but he probably going to be like, I could have found ways to steal him minutes or to rest him without taking so much out of him.
But he
like
had,
that hero ball stuff.
But he had two
experienced
head coaches next to him. Why couldn't they whisper that in his ear? He got D'Antoni and Jock Vaughn. Why didn't they talk to him? And then he had a kid got the cat that came from San Antonio also, who just got the Boston job. I can't pronounce the name, so I'm not going to put
Udoka.
Okay, so they got all that experience.
Udoka wasn't the second in command. Mike D'Antoni was. I want you to think about that for a minute. Mike D'Antoni has won what?
Nothing.
Okay, that's my point. That's my whole point. So, you know what I mean? Like I said, so next year they'll probably be better at making that adjustment to where even if they do play a tougher opponent, because you said this and I agree with you, everybody's going to be built to beat them. Yeah. Everybody in the East is going to be able to beat you. So,
yeah, but how can you build to beat them? Because I don't see Atlanta giving John Collins no max money. That's not happening.
No,
that's not happening.
No, Miami be back next year. Listen, Kawhi is out of there. Kawhi coming to South Beach. I'm trying to tell you, man.
I think you better look at that.
Room, man. You always call the fade. Come here.
There's a stop between Miami and Dallas.
Man.
Oh my Lord! Look how big you've gotten.
14.
Good grief.
14. Walk around here, listen, trying to ease in here. I feel the flow shaking. Yeah.
But there's a stop between Miami and from LA to Miami and Dallas. You better look at them
man,
listen,
look
at the Mavericks now.
Listen, man, I'm gonna tell you like this right here. I heard people talk about how guys, everybody want an autograph with Luka and all of this and da 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 da. I don't give a damn about none of that. You gotta show me. I watched him do the same thing that people used to do to Dwight Howard. They let him eat and they shut off the rest of his team, and that's why he cannot win in the playoffs. Everybody and listen. If I'm Kristaps, trade me to.
That's the deal. Kristaps for Kawhi.
I don't know, man. I'm telling you, I don't know. Because Kawhi can opt out. If I'm Kawhi, if I look at it, the one guy I know who can build a champ contender every time he gets somebody is Pat. Pat can do it, bro.
But if I'm Kawhi, does Pat? I don't get me wrong. As a Heat fan, I would love that to happen, but I don't see the money work. I don't see the money working unless it's a sign and trade. And Miami's going to have to give up some assets, and Tyler Hero's one of them. And I don't want Tyler Hero to go because but I'm saying I don't want him to go because I think he's going to be an all-star at some point. But
yeah, he will. But you know, what I mean, you get ready to get rid of Dragic money. You got Oladipo. You're gonna get Oladipo back on the cheap. You're not gonna have to pay a lot.
Yeah, because he won't be back to January. So yeah, you're right about that.
You're gonna get Oladipo back on the cheap. So at that point, you basically got an MVP caliber guy and 2 all-star level players to go along with Bam, who's a MVP caliber guy.
If Jimmy
I take my chance. I take my chances with that group, and financially, you should be able to afford that with not too much of a stretch.
Oh no, without doubt, I agree with you. But it just depends on what Kawhi wants. But until Jimmy understands,
hey, Uncle Dennis, holla at you, boy.
I'm trying to tell you, he need to do something. But Miami's got Miami's problem, and unless they fix it next year, said it all season. And people that has heard it said Bam's not better than Jimmy. Well, you're not watching the same basketball I'm watching.
That's not.
Or you watching. Yeah, or you're just watching a different game, or you just like Jimmy because what he did last year. You got to remember, professional sports is a what have you done for me lately business. It's nothing against Jimmy Butler. It's the same thing way I feel about Dwayne Wade. It's nothing against him. I don't know the dude personally. It's just that when what I see with my eyes, I say, okay, this year you stink. You were great last year, but this year you stink.
They need to bring in Kawhi. Bring in Kawhi. Get Vic healthy. Keep Bam and trade Jimmy to the Knicks. For Emmanuel Quigley and Mitchell Robinson.
I would in a heartbeat if you give me that deal, because now I can see Bam at some point. He's got to slide. He has to slide to the 4, and they may need to go ahead and start Deadman or get the kid out in Sacramento. They need to get a guy that can come in there and bang. They need a banger to play with Embiid because you're killing that kid if you ask him to play Embiid. And then another reason why Capella gives Miami problems is because you're doing all that doggone switching. And Miami does all this switching. So if I'm a team that knows Miami's going to switch, Bam, and Trey's going to have problems getting around him because Bam's probably the best big man that moves laterally or can stay in front of a guard. Okay, pass the ball, swing it, and I got rebound position with your one up against Capella. That's why he was eating so good against Miami. All those rebounds didn't come against Bam. And then another thing is you can't play Trevor Ariza at the 4. He's not Jay Crowder. Jay Crowder's a little thicker. And you can't play Andre Iguodala at the 4. Get a 4 or get a 5. Get somebody to get that man a break.
Is he coming back?
Oh, I doubt it. I
I'm
doubt
sorry.
it. You good? I doubt it. I don't think Iggy's coming back. I really don't. I don't think he's
to the house, man.
I don't think Iggy coming back. I don't know what Duncan's gonna do, but if Duncan gets anything more than $15 million, he out of there too, because anybody gonna pay him no serious money. But he may get it. It may be a team that may give it to him. I wouldn't be surprised if Golden State want him on that team because Golden State's getting ready to do some things with all them draft picks. And I like the deal for Siakam that's on the table for them that been allegedly offered.
I like that deal.
I would take it if I'm them. I would trade Wiseman in a minute for Pascal
and Draymond up front.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. I'm taking that.
And the Warriors gonna be a contender next year anyway. The Warriors will be a contender next year anyway because I don't care if Klay Thompson can't move. I bet you he can still shoot.
Believe that.
So you ain't doubling Steph next year. I'm sorry.
I like what they were able to do this year.
And that was a great run by Steph, but he just needed another guy that can make a bucket. And I'm telling you, I don't care if Klay can't move a lick. If Klay can be on the court and he can stand and he can still flick that right wrist,
so he's going down.
He's the better shooter.
Yeah, standing still. He is.
Yeah, he's the better. Steph just got the better ball handling ability. Steph's the better offensive player. Steph's the better shot maker. Klay's the better shooter.
Hey, but what they did, man, I loved it. I had this conversation with somebody else, and he was like, "Dude, I don't know what you're watching. No, you're not watching. You watching star ball.
Right?
I'm watching the team.
Right.
What they were able to do this year was rebuild all of their depth when they were a championship team before. Jordan Poole can get you buckets.
Yeah.
Eric Pascal can get you buckets, and he's like mini Draymond number 2. That cat Toscano Anderson is
he's still
Matt Barnes. I love that dude.
He's still there.
Yeah, you still got Drew. Drew on the contract 2 more years.
Even if they keep the 7, that's gonna give them another young cat. Because this draft, you loaded. You can get a kid like Kuminga at 7, and I don't know if y'all don't watch the G League.
Listen, bro, Scotty Barnes. If Scotty Barnes end up in listen to me. If Scotty Barnes ends up in Golden State, because right now, if you look at Scotty Barnes wasn't in shape at Florida State. I don't care what nobody say. Scotty wasn't in shape. He looked pudgy.
So what? I'm mad with Scotty Barnes because Scotty Barnes was supposed to ball out last year. Coming out of Mount Verdi, he's supposed to ball.
That's what I'm trying to say.
But it might have been something to do with Leonard because Leonard, he
Ham ran you in.
Yeah, he don't do that star power stuff. Yeah,
Scotty, if they can get Scotty Barnes at 7, well, you have a legitimate long dude to run the point and get them boys off the ball. Because I'm gonna be honest with you, I love Draymond. I'll give Draymond one more year at Golden State. Okay. I'm gonna give Draymond one more year. Unless Draymond can remember how to shoot. I don't see that happening. You know what I mean? Everybody, oh man, Draymond averaged a lot of assists. I'm not knocking Draymond. I love Draymond. I just don't think progressively he's not gonna be a good fit for them in another year or 2.
Man, listen, they get Klay back, all that stuff stops.
So it ain't gonna matter. It's gonna be beautiful to watch, bro. I can't wait for him to come back.
If right now, if I'm Dame, I gotta move because when Klay comes back, you might as well just vault Golden State back up now because it's gonna be the Lakers gonna be healthy. We don't know what Kawhi's gonna do, but if he leaves, okay, bye Clippers. So you got the Lakers, the Suns, you got Dallas. They're gonna look to try to move Kristaps Porzingis and get somebody else to play with Luka. So I would like to see Luka and your boy and Ben Simmons play together. I like to see that trade Porzingis for Ben Simmons. I mean,
I like that. I like that. He got a rim runner and a wing.
What can that hurt? I mean, now you get Luka, a guy that can handle the ball also. I mean, I think Ben Simmons at some point is that talent to be in that fear of shooting the ball is going to go away. I think there's some things that's going on in Philly that just don't make sense. Yeah, it's just not adding up. Then for somebody to dog the dude and say he doesn't work on his game, that's green to me. You just don't do the cat like that. I mean, the man, he wasn't the only reason they lost. It's 15 other players in that locker room, a coaching staff. He ain't the one guy don't cost you unless he missed the game winning shot. He didn't do that. Yeah. He missed a lot of free throws, but I mean to throw him under the bus and say, "Oh, he don't work on his game." You lame, you green to me. I think whoever said that,
hey,
you
man.
suck.
I blame Doc for that.
I think Doc and Joe have been throwing him under the bus the whole time.
I blame Doc for them losing because I'm sorry. Listen, like I said, I told y'all before, Vogel impressed me last year because Vogel be like, "Hey, bro, you ain't playing this series."
Yeah, to the White and JaVale. Yeah, you're right.
But what I'm saying is, as the coach, you have to have the ball to do that. Listen, I know Ben Simmons is your guy. But listen, they get the fouling Ben, and that's the only way they keeping you at bay. You gotta take Ben off the floor. Listen, bro, I'm gonna sit you. And in the off season, we're gonna work on this. Right now, I need Tyrese in because Tyrese can get me buckets. He gonna keep the game honest. And if we need a defensive stop, then you going in. You know what I mean? You to me, that's egoless basketball. You can't just keep a dude out there and he's struggling. To me, that's a bad coach to have a guy on the floor that he's having a horrible time and you just leave him out there. That's like leaving somebody drowning in the middle of water. You can reach out and get him, man. Stay, you gonna get it. Come on, you gonna get it. Just swallow the water and come back up. That don't make sense. He trying with everything he got, man. He can't do it right now.
I get it, but Doc wasn't on the floor when they blew them big leads either. I mean, it might have something to do with that. It might have him leaving his second unit in a little longer, but your second unit should not be able to give up a 20-point deficit.
And not listen, 20. You get your second unit get outscored 37-4.
My point. That shouldn't happen. And then by the time he put his starters back in there, it was too late because Atlanta was cooking with Lou Will and Trae, and Trae just went nuts. But again, although Trae had a good playoff run, and I think Bernie Maxwell, I'm not Bernie Maxwell, I think Nate McMillan should get that job. But if I'm Nate McMillan, you know what? I'm telling y'all, I don't want it. Yeah. That should have been offered to me during this playoff run. Maybe it was behind the scenes, I don't know. But if they don't sign this dude real soon, I don't want it.
Yeah, I'm with you on that one.
Yeah, kick rocks, homie. I don't need you. Yeah, I'm with you. I don't need you because the man totally changed the fortunes of this team. They made it to the Eastern Conference Finals. If Trae doesn't step out of bounds or run his foot out of bounds,
that had to be one of the stupidest injuries you've ever seen, wasn't it?
I
don't
really
think I've ever seen that.
I've never seen anything remotely like what happened to Trae. I mean, most of these injuries, period, have been just crazy. I mean, Giannis goes up for a play and he hyperextends his knee. So,
but I've seen something like that. The dude stepped on a ref that was standing out of bounds.
Right.
And you were already on the court. Like I ain't even get the long step back. Your legs ain't but that long. Just take off and go.
He's a little dramatic for my taste.
Hey man, he been watching. Listen, man, he grew up watching James Harden and Chris Paul play. He hunt that whistle, but they give it to him because he weighed $105.
Well, let's see what happens when they change that rule next year.
I would just gonna say, but can you imagine? I know I'm off topic, but I'm just gonna ask. Can you imagine what kind of damage Allen Iverson would have done in this NBA? Oh
he would have averaged 40.
Oh Lord, have mercy.
He would have averaged 40 easily because you can't touch guys now. And then a guy can just jump into you, and the defender, pole defense guy or the defender he has no chance. You can't do nothing. I mean, a guy can sweep through your arm, and they say that's shooting motion. It's stupid to me. It's hard to watch, and that includes Jimmy Butler as a Heat fan. He does it.
Fake guy flying by.
Yeah, I don't like
That's
it.
not
I
a
don't
jump
like.
shot.
Yeah, you can't. You can't. A guy going by, you go, oh, let me jump into him while he's going. I don't think that's basketball. It's hard to watch, but that's today's NBA. Now you're gonna see a ton of this in this because Chris Paul is the master of that match and a master of it. And that foolishness he did with DeMarcus Cousins, that's just silly. They should, when you review a play like that, they should immediately go back and say, "Tech on Chris Paul."
Tech on you.
Yes, for flopping.
Tech on you.
They should hit him with a tech for flopping. And for all y'all out there that knock my soccer and say, "Oh, all they do is flop and fall down," you better check your NBA again. Check your NBA because your NBA is your NBA is just as bad as my soccer players. Now I get it, soccer players are like they dead sometime and nobody touches them, but nobody touched. DeMarcus Cousins didn't even touch Chris Paul and he fell out and I'm like, that's just crazy, bro. You go and then they review it and then the man still get a doggone technical foul.
They don't like Boog, man.
They don't like Chris Paul either.
Yeah, they hate Boog more than they hate him.
Yeah. So before we start this show, we was talking about this the ruling as this month of July started, and the guys can make the money and the girls can make the money in the NCAA and on the college ranks. For those of you who don't know, they can make their money now for their likeness and their image. So you were telling me about a situation that's going on in Florida. You want to share up the public?
Oh yeah. De'Aaron King and the Milton kid at Florida State got together to with another company to help found a name, image, and likeness company. I was trying to find it real quick so that I could show it to you. But they have their own company, and your boy started his own NFT, man.
That's what's up.
He started his own NFT, but they doing their thing, man.
I'm not mad at
I can tell you. Hold up, I'm looking at it right now because apparently he just signed a big deal. De'Aaron King just signed a big deal with the Wharf in Miami, but he's getting deals all over the place. He signed with College Hunks Hall and Junk Moving Company, Murphy Auto Company, the Wharf. He got a whole space that his teammates can come in now and sign autographs and take photos and get paid for it. Milton just had an event up here in Tallahassee, either Thursday or Friday, where they had a meet and greet where you pay to come in and meet the players. You pay for autographs and all of that stuff. They have two twins. Yeah, Fresno State. They just signed. I think they signed like 6 deals in 1 day or 2 days or something like that. Something crazy. Well, they have they signed one deal. They flew them from Fresno to New York to sign a deal with a healthy eating company and some other thing. Man, it's so much stuff going on. I'm so happy for these young athletes because now they can actually make some of the money everybody else been making off of them and still keep their eligibility.
Ain't nothing wrong with it.
And that's what you should be able to do.
Yes, nothing wrong with it. In the case of De'Aaron King, he should enjoy that because he will never see another endorsement in his career. Because after this season, his football career will be done.
Wow.
Because he will not be an NFL quarterback.
You don't think so?
No.
Wow. Well,
no.
No,
but he should enjoy it this year. He may get Miami all the way to the ACC Conference Championship, or he may get them another stupid bowl runner-up thing or whatever they're going to play for this year. And he should cash in because Miami's been such trash over the years, and I'm a Miami Hurricane fan before you people go nuts. But Miami's been such trash over the years, they should be happy with 9 or 10 wins because the glory days are over because we're not paying anybody. Now, you may get some kids that say, okay, well, I'm going to get some of that money that De'Aaron King got when he signed them endorsement deals and being in Miami. Miami is a major market, so I can get some endorsement deals and make some money in my pocket.
Hey, they killing it, man. They really are.
I'm not mad at him, but in the case of De'Aaron King, he should enjoy it because these will be the last real endorsements he get in his football career, unless they give endorsements for playing in Canada.
De'Aaron King, I did not say that. I don't.
We'll be watching. That's my opinion, bro.
Hey,
your quarterbacking days. Yeah, I mean, I'm not mad at him. Your quarterbacking days for major TV, and that's what college football is. It's just like the NFL. It's major TV.
Yeah.
But when you quarterback in the Arena League and you quarterback in one of these defunct spring leagues that they're gonna throw up at some point, the XFL or whatever, or Canada, you will not get the endorsements. You'll still be playing football, but you just won't get those endorsements unless you move to wide receiver or defensive back.
Hey, you got to get it how you live right now. Hey, do like Bo Nix, bro. Bo Nix signed a deal with Milo Sweet Tea.
I ain't mad with him,
bro. The two girls they signed with Boost Mobile. I knew it was somebody big. They signed with Boost Mobile and Six Star Nutrition, the one to have Gronk on the cover or they whey protein and stuff. So
what's the top college football player coming into this year? Who's the top guy? Is it one of them quarterbacks maybe out in Cali for USC? I don't know.
I'm gonna tell you the truth, man. Everything been so off with college football. I couldn't even tell you.
I really don't watch it like that either.
The only big quarterback that I can think of right now is that.
Oh yeah, the Oklahoma kid, Spencer, whatever his name is.
Yeah, him.
Okay,
Spencer Rattler, and that big kid, number 5 from Clemson.
Oh, okay. Well,
he's massive, dude. He got an arm
he need to be massive for that long, stupid name he got. But anyway, Spencer Rattler. Nobody can pronounce that, bro. Nobody can pronounce it. It's hard enough trying to pronounce Antetokounmpo. Now you're gonna try to pronounce some name he got, whatever it is. But anyway,
he got a long name.
Yeah, a long name. So they call him Big Cinco or something like that.
Yeah.
They call him something like that. He's supposed to be just as big as Cam Newton and all that stuff.
DJ, I don't know how to say that either. Alaguele.
Anyway, that expensive quarterback Clemson. Anyway, that's who he is. No, he had to be a top recruiter playing at Clemson right now. I mean,
he signed his first endorsement deal too.
Oh, you should. I mean, in Greenville, God knows in Greenville, South Carolina, there's a lot to do, or in Clemson, South Carolina, there's a lot to do. So I ain't mad at him. All right. So anyway, but Spencer Rattler, that's at Oklahoma. So he should get national money because he's going to be pumped all over the place because he's going to be a Heisman guy, right?
Yeah.
Because plus he's playing at Oklahoma. So I mean, everybody knows they stats are inflated anyway. So you might as well go in and pump him up. But I'm just saying, in relation to this likeness and image and all these other things, so he should get paid. Now he should make somewhere close to $1 million. To where that thing with Derek King, we may look at 6 figures. Maybe are we looking at 6 figures?
The good thing is they're not locked into anything. They can have their own agents. They can do all that stuff, and they're not locked into regional. They can do anything.
Right.
National, heck, you can do global. That boy, that's the soccer player for Miami.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, he got a nice reach because he can go out. He can reach back to Australia.
Oh, you're talking about the young kid. You're talking about the young kid. Yeah.
Yeah, he can hit them from both sides.
I mean, it's a big awesome thing. I love it. It should have been done, but my whole thing is now I want them to get some money from the gate. I want them to get. They should be able to get some money.
Some of this money from all the games that they play in.
That's what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about the likeness and image. Yeah, you put their names. You print their names on a ticket or the media. The game day media book or whatever situation, they don't get anything from that because that's from the school. So I get all of that. But I'm just saying for all these jersey sales, and that's the other thing, that's not included. Jersey sales are not included.
Yeah, no. You don't get none.
See, that's garbage. See, that's garbage right there.
You could do it if you sign them. Nah, this is the thing. If smart people, listen, if I'm a major dude, I'm calling Fanatics, StockX. Hey, I'll sign whatever you got. I'll pull a Johnny Manziel, lock me in a room for 2 days.
Right.
Got you covered.
Now that makes sense, but I'm just saying by the school.
They can't make anything from the school.
They can't make anything from the school with jersey sales. And I thought that was one of the things that they really they got screwed on, but they knew what they were doing when they did this. See, likeness and image. What that is, what'd you say? He signed a thing with Milo's T. See, this is what Milo's T is gonna do, or whoever it is. They're gonna put that boy's picture on there, and it's gonna be sold in Auburn and surrounding areas. And that's what he's gonna get paid for. Let's just be real. That's what's gonna happen. It's the same thing in Coral Gables. De'Aaron King is probably a part of something. They could put his face on the side of a darn moving truck or whatever it is, and he's gonna get paid for it. And it probably was a flat fee. It may not even be just something where he's getting something in royalty. Yeah, he's not even getting royalty. He's probably getting a fat fee. So it's a hustle. It's a straight hustle. They still get burnt, but the difference is
by getting something out of it.
They getting something out of it. But in the case of the kid from Oklahoma, the quarterback, because he's going to be in the Heisman run, ESPN gotta give him a nickel now. If they run a commercial, they gotta give him a nickel. It's the same thing with the big kid from Clemson. They gotta give him a nickel, or whoever else is out there. They gotta give him a nickel. That's all. That's all good. It's no big deal. But the kids should get something from them jersey sales. The schools knew what they were doing and everything like that. And then there's the other thing I think with the NCAA that kind of ticks me off a little bit. Everybody's making this big issue about them expanding the playoffs. I don't get it.
I don't care. You should have more teams in the playoffs. Give me 32.
But here's my problem. Because I listen to Booger McFarland and some of these other dudes that say, well, you're adding more work on them. Okay, here's the thing, Booger. Why don't you tell the stupid conferences and the stupid schools to stop playing out of conference schedules?
There you go.
Stop racking up against Appalachian State and Norfolk State and paying them $500,000 so they can come get a beat down. Why don't you say, you know what? You play one out of conference game and the rest of your games are conference games. That's 10 games a year. That's 10 games.
And now you got time for that.
There you go. But see, because you're part of the problem, or you're part of the I guess you're in cahoots with them. I get it. You work for ESPN, so you can't say too much. I don't work for ESPN, so I can say what I want. This is the way I see it. Tell these schools, stop paying these big checks so they can get an extra home game, because that little $500,000 they make 10 times fold, especially in Tuscaloosa. Because they're gonna always be packed. Yeah. So it does same thing for State, same thing for Florida. You pay a school to come get beat down, and then you got the audacity to cry about, well, it's too many games to play a playoff. No, it's not too many games. You got 2 scrimmages you're paying for. Cancel them scrimmages.
Yeah, and plus they trying to tie it into the bowl system anyway. I think that's what they need to get rid of.
That's never going nowhere, because the bowl system is just like voting rights, or just like the people who make voting rights in this country.
Okay, well, how the bowl system for everybody who don't make the playoffs?
The bowl system's not going nowhere. That's the thing. It is going to be that great, because if you can get an NIT tournament, you're going to get all them bowls. It's going to stay. Only difference is, here's the dumb argument. This the one that really gets me. Okay, you're going to cry about the situation that if they get 12 teams, that it's a neutral site game. But if you get rid of them 2 dumb scrimmage games you get a home playoff game. Think how many people.
You listen, that joke gonna be so packed from both schools. You won't have no tickets left.
Exactly.
We in the playoffs.
Exactly. And then now the kids will play instead of them sitting out, especially the kids that's eligible to go to the pros. They will play because they get something to play for. But let's be real. The final 2 teams will still be Clemson and Alabama.
They got the most money.
They got the most money, and they're spending their money wisely. I think what people get wrong when I say they're the best teams that money could buy is it's a sense of jealousy, pettiness on my part. But the other part is I just wish Miami would follow suit.
Hey, they listen, don't get me wrong. I know they drop off some bags, but they spend money on stuff that attract kids.
That's what I'm telling you.
Like, I ain't gonna lie. Alabama might be king of the SEC, but I saw some of LSU facilities.
Right. Yeah.
You could tell who spend their money. Texas A&M. There was little personal massage chairs that slide out of your locker.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
I get one of them. I wouldn't even go home. I go to sleep in my chair.
Miami should get something in royalty for the way they changed Southern football. Miami changed it.
I would agree.
Jimmy Johnson changed the perspective of Southern football forever. When Miami rose to dominance, every booster that say, you know what, we got to beat them boys, that talk like that from one of them schools in the SEC was like, you know what, we know how to beat them.
We got to go. We got to start going down there. We need speed.
It wasn't even just coming to Miami. They went everywhere. They upped their game. Alabama had always been prevalent. Florida had always been prevalent in South Florida. Florida State was the one that came in and, I know y'all love Bobby. I get it. I understand. You don't want to think Bobby Kachika. You think Bobby's a good old Christian boy, and I understand all that.
Who said that?
Well, I'm talking about the Florida State fans.
Okay, all right. Yeah, I ain't one of them people. I'm in the minority. I feel like you do what you do.
Bobby did what he needed to do because he got tired of watching Miami win them national titles. So he did what he needed to do to make himself competitive. Now, those games were competitive, but he kept coming up short. And he noticed that, okay, wait a second. it may not be so much of a difference in coaching. It may be just as simple the fact is them dudes over there faster.
Yep. And
so
bigger.
He upped his game. He went down there and he went and got kids that's fast. Now, when he rose and he was winning national titles, unfortunately, somebody ratted on Miami and Miami came down. And the only games that were really competitive was the early 2000 games. I'm not talking about the Chris Ricks era because y'all suck with Chris Ricks. I'm not going there. But when y'all had in that early 2000s, when y'all had Big Chris Winkie and y'all were just killing everybody.
We were coming.
Yeah, y'all were killing everybody.
It got lazy, and Bobby didn't want to fire his son. He should have never promoted his son to OC anyway. That was the beginning of the year.
That's one problem. You remember I was at Florida State. That's one problem. I think the other problem was you got caught in star hunting. I think that you and Larry Croker, y'all got caught in star hunting because Xavier Lee was supposed to be the best quarterback in the state of Florida. And he had ties because his coach that played at Florida State. So that's one thing.
His brother was at Florida State.
Right. So you get caught in star hunting. And the other thing is, them publications was messing everybody up. Because you remember all of us was like, oh, Miami got this kid. Miami got Willie Williams. Well, if we had really dove into Willie Williams, we'd understand Willie Williams understood one thing. See ball, get ball. That was it. He didn't understand nothing.
No, so he understand nothing else.
He understood nothing else. That boy didn't understand how to read defense. He didn't understand how to drop in coverage. He understood nothing at all. Yeah. So nobody
lost by attrition, man. I think our coaches leaving had a lot to do with that big drop in the middle of the 2000s because Amato left, Saunders left, Rick left, the Sanders guy, the one that ended up being the co-offensive coordinator at Clemson for a while, he left. Mm-hmm. We lost a lot of coaches. That I think that was a big drop because they were our best recruiters. Because Chuck Amato lived in South Florida, he was always down there getting.
He had a relationship with a lot of South Florida cats.
Yeah, so
but your boy took his spot. Your boy he had the same love.
Who?
Odell got the same love down there.
Man, let me tell you. Listen, I love Odell. Odell, my guy.
Right.
There was a difference between what we got when Odell was the recruiting coordinator for South Florida and what we got when Chuck was the recruiting coordinator for South Florida. We would get like one awesome defensive tackle, but we wasn't getting. Listen, man, when Chuck was here, bro, we had a treasure trove with D tackles, D ends. You got to remember, they changed the rules when you can hit people.
I know.
Not because of Darren Crine and Kevin Patrick, because of Peter Boulware and Renard Wilson. They changed the rule. Hey, man, look, y'all got to stop. They going to kill somebody back there. So
they should get either leave your tight end to chip them or leave your back end to chip them. Stop trying to block them one-on-one.
Steve Spurrier got rid of his whole offense because of our defense.
He sure did.
Hey, man, look, this ain't working right here. That was drop back no more.
But those two cats were an anomaly. Think about it. In the history of the college game, how many times have you seen two cats with that same skill set coming off the edge like that? Don't beat me. Don't meet me there. Beat me there. Mentality.
That was beautiful, man.
That's what I'm saying. So
have mercy.
Bowen and Wilson were as good of a dominant combo coming off the edge as any in college football in history. That ain't just no
man.
I mean, Javon Curse was good. Yeah, Javon Curse was good, but who did he play with? You can't think of it. You can't think.
Kevin Carter. That's it.
Yeah, but Kevin Carter he wasn't.
I'll say that was it. He wasn't. That's the only person I can think of.
Now the only group, man, and it's a stretch. It's a stretch. Is that group Miami had in '86 with Stubbs,
Maryland, and.
But I'm talking off the edge. I ain't talking about in the middle. Because nobody could compete with Miami in the middle. I mean, they had doggone 2 number 1 overall picks and a number 3 pick in Jerome Brown, who was the greatest player in the University of Miami history, period. And I will dare anybody to talk to me. Jerome Brown.
You ain't going to get an argument with that. Reggie White said Jerome Brown was probably better than he was.
Jerome Brown is the greatest Miami Hurricane in history, period. I don't want to hear nothing about Ed Reed. I don't want to hear nothing about the playmaker. I know all them guys good. I don't want to hear nothing about Ray Lewis. Jerome Brown personally changed University of Miami football.
I'm not a Hurricane fan. I ain't gonna argue with you.
I know you can't. I'm making this. I want to make sure that I don't want Hurricane fans in because I hear Ed Reed, and Ed Reed was lovely at Miami. He was, but I still remember him getting burnt in that Penn State game when he was a sophomore. So that kind of tainted me a little bit.
Oh man, you gonna hold the Chaffee Fields play against him? I remember that game,
bro.
I think that was I think Washington ended the streak though, right?
Yeah, no, it wasn't no end no streak. That was the year when they beat Ohio State and Miami. So that Kenny King was the quarterback. That game changed Kenny King's entire career because Dorsey started getting playing time. And once Dorsey got on the field, Kenny King had to go play baseball. That was it. He went to go play baseball because he knew he saw it. But anyway,
Chaffee Fields beat Ed Reed, man. Don't do.
Oh, he didn't beat him. Ed Reed took the wrong angle. Ed Reed,
hey man, beat him to the wrong angle. He scored. That's all that matters.
Ed Reed took the wrong angle, and Al Blaze, God bless his soul, he was slow as a turtle, but he was a heck of a team leader. I will give him that. But he was slow as a turtle. Seriously, bro.
That's cool.
Man, listen, I'm a Hurricanes fan, and I watch these games, and sometimes I had to laugh. Like I heard all this stuff by Shaq. What was that? Shaq Quarterman. And they told me this cat came from he came out of Jacksonville. He came out of JV, he went to Trinity. They said he may be the closest thing to what was the kid that came out of Miami? Not Nate Webster, the other one. He played there when Chicolo was there.
I know who you're talking about. Number
52. Denzel.
52, yeah.
Bruh, I said to myself, y'all need to stop. Denzel Perryman. you got to understand something. This dude built himself into a middle linebacker.
Yeah, because he was
little.
He wasn't that good when he first got there.
Yeah, he was little. And he wore 52 in homage to Ray Lewis. Now he's nothing like Ray Lewis, but he's the closest thing they've had that wore that number to Ray Lewis.
Okay.
And when you tell me Shaquille Quarterman is going to be him, so I'm looking for Ray Lewis. Don't show me highlight tapes of no darn kid in high school. If you're bigger than kids in high school, of course you're going to blow them up. Yeah. It took me one game against a real opponent to go, oh, okay, I get it. I get it. When Dalvin Cook and him was one-on-one. No. They told me he was Denzel Perryman. They told me he was Denzel Perryman. All the recruiting service, they blew him up. I know he was a true freshman, and I know Dalvin's special. But, bruh, when the Oklahoma drill go on, you gotta make that.
You gotta make that.
Bro, you can't miss a dude in the hole. He can't juke you in a hole in the Oklahoma drill and you get juked out your shorts. And he busts up the sideline and Corn Elder had to chase him down. I said, oh, I get it. He's a nice kid. He's a nice player. You know what I'm talking about, the Oklahoma drill. And those of you know that watch practice and all that type of stuff, you know what I'm talking about. So I played Shaq Quarterman, and when you Oklahoma drills is when they put them inside these cones, it ain't that much space, and these dudes. Okay, it's one-on-one. Him and Dalvin Cook in the hole. Dalvin hit that dude with a quick jab and was gone. I was like, wait, that was just a hole. He's supposed to he's supposed to run into at least offensive lineman. Come on, man. The dude in that. It's the same thing at Florida State. Y'all told me that Eric Golston was gonna come there out of Notre Dame, and he was going to keep the tradition up. He's going to continue doing with James because Jimbo's the quarterback whisperer. And I told anybody that listen, Jameis Winston is a special quarterback. This ain't got nothing to do with Jimbo. Jameis was
not at all.
Good. He was just good. I mean, okay, let's give him credit. He got Christian Ponder drafted. He got E.J. Manuel drafted. But that's on the dumb GMs in the NFL for believing that mess. Because I saw Christian Ponder. He didn't look like an NFL quarterback ever at Florida State.
Nah. Yeah, I'm with you on that one.
And E.J. Manuel was just big. He just got better at learning how to throw a softer pass in 5 yards. Because I think he used to try to kill people.
Hey, who that was? He got blew up when they played Virginia Tech that year.
Oh man. I can't think of that kid's name, but that kid should be, every time he see EJ, he should be ready to fight him.
Oh,
that was unnecessary.
Oh my God. I remember that was so bad. That was horrible. It wasn't Cam Chancellor, but whoever the safety was, just annihilated, dude.
But I will give Jimbo this. Because once he took over the head coach position, they never lost to Miami again. But what Jimbo realized, because at that time Miami was supposed to be really good. That game when they played Miami in at Hard Rock Stadium or Joe Robbie Stadium, when they beat the brakes off Miami that night, when Miami was on the road.
Christian Ponder was running the option in Miami like they had never seen
it before. Never seen it.
Chris Ponder had like 180 yards rushing on like 7 years.
But you got to give Jimbo credit because he realized he needed to tweak something to get the edge because that was a good team. That was a good Miami team. They barely lost to Ohio State up there. And they had some dogs on that defense. Miami just didn't have a running back, and then Ja'Cory Harris, God bless it. So he always threw the ball to the other team, but we knew that was coming, so that didn't matter. But Florida State was not supposed to be good that year. And they bust the option out, and we was like, Florida State don't run no option.
Hey, I remember watching the game when I first saw it, because the first time he ran, he bust one for like 50 yards or something. I was like, that's new.
Yeah.
I didn't even know Christian Ponder could run. That's new.
Yeah. And you didn't expect him to keep the ball.
Yeah.
So and then once you start hitting him, you start flicking it. It was like, okay, well, we're not winning this game because it's not happening.
We have never played Georgia Tech a day in our lives.
Well, we did play them in Randy's first year. They ran for like 500 yards. They did what North Carolina did last year. See, that's the reason why I'm not high on the Hurricanes this year. I watched a little bit of that North Carolina game last year. I know that kid that got drafted is really good. I mean, I get it.
Jalen Phillips.
Whatever. No, I'm not talking about the running back. That was for. The running back. I'm not talking about none of Miami players.
Wasn't it Carter?
Whoever that kid is that was trucking Mari Carter and some of Miami's linebackers, whoever that kid was, I mean, I get it. I understand. But my goodness gracious, I didn't know that kid was that good. They made him look like Walter Payton and Earl Campbell. But anyway, and you just mentioned two dudes, and I said this to somebody who asked me about both of them. I say both of them can rush the passer. But if you ask them to play the run, you're dead. You can forget it.
Yeah.
Well, they high picks. Yeah, because they can get off the corner. I've watched Miami play against Virginia, Georgia Tech, Florida State. I watched them play against North Carolina. I say in those games where Miami got lost, just go look at the games they lost. When teams run the ball at them two cats, they eat. And it's no knock against the two kids. It's just that they don't play the run.
Yeah, it is what it is. That's what they've been trained to do. Go kill the quarterback.
Go kill the quarterback. And then Manny's got the dumbest blitzing system in history. I never seen. He does. He's got the dumbest blitzing system in history. He thinks he's Bill Belichick. He lines up 9 guys in the box. 3 of them are dropping, and then he's bringing the safety from 15 yards back. Man, what are you doing?
He said he run a bear umbrella.
You know what? When you watch college football, I say this. I was watching some game. I was at Buffalo Wild Wings one night, and some guy was saying something about Alabama. I say Alabama don't have to run a complex system.
No, they got the best players.
That's not.
It's line up and play football. They do what Miami used to do.
It's nothing
safety on the hash and man it up.
There's nothing complex about it, and not just Miami. That year, Florida State was absolutely murking everybody in '99.
Yeah, it wasn't that fancy.
It wasn't nothing fancy that Mickey was doing. Mickey can send 4 guys, and that was it. And that's it. Okay, you cover him. We're gonna send 4 guys, and my four up front is better than 6 or 7 you got blocking. It's just that simple. If it's not, we're gonna kill him. He won't last.
That's why Derrick Brooks, 93, Derrick Brooks had all them touchdowns because he had to do nothing but just hang out. Like, man, I know it's coming because he gonna throw it fast because he don't want to get hit.
You got no choice. So when people tell me you got to run all these complex schemes, you got to fool the quarterback. No,
you do that when you ain't got to build a team. That's
it. And that's why gimmicks don't win. I keep telling people that Miami's quarterback last year had a great year because nobody expected Miami to run Auburn's offense. That's just Auburn's offense. That's all that is. Nobody expected that. They caught Florida State so off guard, it wasn't even funny. So
yeah.
It's just Auburn's offense. Now, just like the pros, when teams adjust, what do you think gonna happen? Is he gonna have the same success and he's coming off an injury, or is he gonna down a peg? And then they open with Alabama. Oh my Lord.
Yeah, who idea was that?
Mark Richt, and you see where he is right now.
Hey man, you can't talk about Maurice, man.
I can. I ain't talking about his disease. I'm talking about his sorry coaching ability and his sorry scheduling ability. Yeah, I can't talk about it.
I saw that. I saw it come across the thing. I was like, ooh, why?
Yeah, I'm not talking. I
hate though. I'm just saying, why? Why did you do that to yourself? Like the year that we played Alabama in the first game, I felt like we had a shot.
You did.
Till a buddy forgot to stop throwing the ball to the other Burgundy team. But
that's true.
I was like, this ain't a good idea.
No, y'all had 2 consecutive plays that cost y'all that game: the kickoff return and the interception.
Yeah, the interception. You know what I mean? It's like, aside from that, we could hang with them. I'm like,
and then whoever that was, putting that freshman on Calvin Ridley, that was just dumb.
Yeah, I remember that. I think it was Lane, somebody, some figure about it. Well, we found out he wasn't no DB anyway. I mean, shoot.
And now Florida State went out and hired Norval from Memphis last season. They almost lost to Jackson State, which is shocking. And then they did lose to some other garbage school. So. But this year they can't go nowhere but up.
And then they beat North Carolina. How about because the running back, same running back that got drafted, dropped a wide open pass with nobody next to him.
Yeah, but y'all were dominating. Y'all were dominating in the first half, and then they made a comeback, and then the kid, the quarterback.
Yeah, he threw the ball, hit dude right in the hands, straight out of bounds. Everybody won.
Somebody's a North Carolina fan. I can't think who it is. And they told me he's the best quarterback in the ACC.
Sam Howell.
Okay, you're looking through those baby blue glasses because he's not the best quarterback in the ACC. He's not. The kid, whoever Clemson's got, and I said it just like that. Whoever Clemson's got back there, that's the best quarterback in the ACC.
Because Notre Dame got him, but it wasn't because he can't play. They just couldn't play defense.
Oh, that guy. That's right. He did. That's the guy.
Yeah, he played against Cleveland because
COVID. See, I didn't know. I didn't know.
He acquitted himself very well.
Well, whoever Clemson, and the only reason I say whoever Clemson's got back there because they'll have 5 dudes up front that should be somewhere in the NFL next year, and then they got some dude back there that's been running from the police most of his young life, so he's fast as all outdoors, and he's running back there.
Big defensive end. I think he was a sophomore last year, so he in that junior year now. You know he coming.
And they got some kid that left Miami, South Dade, the wide receiver. I think his name is Frank Ladson or whatever. It's supposed to be in that Julio Jones, all those guys. Oh, this dude's supposed to be just unbelievable. And again, I don't know why Miami wasted money on De'Aaron King. They could have just gave it to that kid. But anyway, I don't know, but he's supposed to be some great wide receiver coming out of Miami. And I saw him briefly in a couple of games. I saw him briefly in the game they played against Miami, and I'm like, okay, why did we let him get out of Miami? Somebody explain that one to me. I know
who you're talking about. His name is what is this dude's name?
Frank Ladson. I think is his name. Yeah.
Frank Ladson. I think that's his name. 6'3", 205.
Yeah, he's supposed to be the next, like, whatever. And he has unbelievable speed. And I'm like, okay, we let Ridley go, but he was never going to Miami. He always wanted to go to Bama. We let Jerry Jeudy go. He was never going to Miami. He was always going to Bama. And then we let Ladson, this kid, go. But we kept Mike Hartley Jr.
No comment.
No, bro. I try to understand.
Harley, man. I'm not doing that like Harley, man.
You gotta understand. I try to understand the logic in this stuff. If we're going to pay for players,
so not him. Well, I mean, y'all pay.
No. I'm not saying not him. I'm not saying not him. I just want to know why we're not paying for the best players. I don't understand.
That's bad scouting on y'all part. Y'all pick the wrong person.
Or is it we're offering and we're just not offering enough money, or that we're just getting outbidded? I don't understand it because
hey man, so you got to remember all of y'all best recruiting tools. They got older. Luke got old. Trick got old. Trina got old. You know what I mean? Like all y'all major draws got a little older than y'all. Listen, the guy that play for the U don't live in Miami. they live in other places, so they just come down to visit. You know what I mean? Like Shapiro in jail, so he ain't have no parties at his house. I don't know where Randy Phillips live at, but ain't nobody going to his house because he gonna tell on you. So I'm just saying.
Okay, wait a second. When Mark Richt got there, Miami raised $30-some billion to build an indoor facility. You couldn't use that money to go buy better football players?
Hey man, they was like, hey, we gonna build a grass field for you so you come on play here. Everybody got one of them goddamn things now.
At my point, there's nothing unique about an indoor facility. Nothing whatsoever.
I gotta start dropping the packages like on GTA.
Miami had the worst weight room, the worst practice facilities in history. They got the best players. You pay, listen, drop that money on the players. Invest in them, not these dumb facilities. You need a football. Listen, in Clemson, South Carolina, you need a football-only facility. In Tallahassee, Georgia, you need a football-only facility. In Tuscaloosa, Alabama, you need a football-only facility. You need that kind of stuff to attract kids.
In South Florida, you do not need.
You don't need it.
Take them to South Beach on a Saturday.
That's it. That's all I gotta do. Hey, just take them over there and get some of the models.
Man, get in the car.
That's it.
We're gonna call Khaled. Listen, Khaled ain't stepping up. Khaled ain't stepping up for y'all. I ain't never seen Khaled at the game. Khaled need to go. And hey, man, look, send all the recruits to the mansion. That's all you got to do. I'll take it from there.
You're too busy sampling somebody else's music. That's probably what it is. But I'm just saying, Miami just.
That's cold. That is.
I don't know, man. Listen, I'm not a fan of Khaled or Rick Ross. Rick Ross, I don't like him because he took Freeway Ricky Ross's name, and I still don't understand how he's still walking around and Freeway Ricky Ross is free. I don't understand it, but maybe they made a deal or some kind of side deal. But Freeway Ricky Ross is supposed to be like the biggest drug dealer, and he in California, and I know who he is, and I'm from Florida. So how Rick Ross just walking around with his name, I'm a little baffled by that because drug dealers usually, especially at that level, they're kind of petty. But I don't know what's going on. I'm just saying. I can't figure it out. No, some things in life you just go, that makes no sense.
Man, you know what?
I gotta get out of here, but I'm just saying, bro. Let me go.
Hey, yo, I need to talk to you, man. Me and one of the guys I grew up with, man. I got an idea I want to pitch to you about a talent show. I'm gonna hit you up.
Yeah, let me know.
What's up, man?
I'm judging, right? I'm just judging.
Something like that. I don't know, man. I can't be letting you judge people's talents, man.
I'm not.
I don't want you on there, man. That girl is terrible. But I don't need that. I know you, man.
You need a Simon Cowell, bro.
Hey, you're right. We do. I'm figure out how we.
But I wouldn't be that
all. I need a counterweight for you, bro. I need.
You don't need that. Not at that level. I mean, he does that because that works for him. That wouldn't work for me. Yeah. I wouldn't want to crush some kid's dream unless they're just really terrible.
Yeah. Like Simon talked to my daughter like that. Don't be waiting outside his dressing room.
I'm pretty sure there's been plenty of fathers that's been waiting outside his dressing room, and he's got a couple of big Englishmen that's protecting him.
Hey man, hey dog, I need to holler at you. I need to holler at you. I come on with an accent and everything, like I ain't even from the States. I need to holler at you. Come here.
Hey man, the good thing about tonight, though, this holiday is I'm off tonight. I'm so happy. I don't know what to do with myself.
Man, I went to work after church. I went to church, went to work on my building some. And then I came home, bro.
Oh yeah, so how's that going?
I love being an entrepreneur, bro. I got to see some pictures of the remodel, bro.
Hey, we going. You just don't know. I'm trying my best to get to that level. That's why this video editing that I'm doing. I really want that software so bad. I'm doing everything I can to study for that software or to learn everything I can to build my own software. Like how we're using StreamYard. I want to be done with StreamYard. I want my own software. You know what I'm saying? To be able to record it and make it live my own self. I'm tired of paying them $28, and I'm tired of. And matter of fact, my podcasting, the dealing with Spreaker and all them, that ends real soon. I'm done with it because I'm like, I've been paying these people all this money and I don't need to. I know how to record and upload on my own.
You can do it free now. You just have to know how to use it.
And only thing, I gotta find me a social media person. That's it. But all right, man.
I got one for you.
Yeah. Let me know. Because I got somebody offer me an X amount of dollars. If you find me somebody that's just as capable and willing to do it, let me know.
I'll send you a link to her IG soon as we get off.
That works.
She can do whatever you need.
I need it like yesterday. Everybody be cool. Say a prayer for somebody. The prayer changes things. Be easy, man. I'll holler at you. Yes, sir.